gonna die anyway, you know.
Nah, he don't know.
He said, you're gonna, he said he said you got a chance of dying anyway, and you might as well go ahead and get this chemo and see if you can help your own self, you know. Well,
he's already killed her.
Yeah, by telling her that, in her mind.
Telling her all that stuff.
Well, you can't, I don't care what nobody says, I would've told him, which I'm a little different person than most people, but I would've told him, you ain't got your life, my life in your hands. You don't even know, you know, you might die before I do, you know? So, you know, and I'm sure they've got machines that tell them, you know, and stuff, you know, and what other people do, but you know, they've told these people here too they're gonna die. You know what I mean? They're living and happy with living, you know? So, I don't know. I know Brother Brown said when people tell you, when the doctor said you got cancer, fear comes with that, and that fear will make you so miserable in your own life, you know? So, I think they shouldn't tell people. I know they've told people before they've had.
They should never tell you you don't have no chance.
Right.
Or this is uncurable.
Right. Well, like they told them people there, they said it was uncurable, but that one man, he said they can't even find the cancer now. They can't, you know, they ain't even got a trace of the cancer now. So, you know, that shows you right there that I think sometimes they tell you the worst for when it don't come out the worst, they can say we helped you. You know what I mean? You know.
Yeah.
You know.
They tell you the word.
Right.
So if they make you a little bit
better, they'll say it'll be worth the money, it'll be worth the time, you know.
They've really done something.
Yeah, they've really done something. Your psychology, you know. But I'm sure they help a lot of people. You know what I mean? I'm saying they don't.
yeah, they do.
But I'm just saying, when you tell a person you got cancer, that, you know, a lot of people just give up, you know. And, you know, Brother Brown even said your faith will make you better. You know, just your faith anyway, you know. So.
Well,
the doctors have just got one side of it.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. The human side.
Yeah, the human side.
Yeah, right.
But if you got faith, you got something beyond that.
That's right. That's exactly right. Well, you know, Mama knows that God's been with her. It's like they made her happy. You know, she prayed. God said, I'm going to give her joy, you know, that day and peace that day, you know. So, you know, I don't know, me and Vicky was talking in the bed the other day and said, you know, we could all have cancer. Don't know it. And we probably not going to fear it until we do know it. That's why I told Vicky, I don't even want to know it. You know what I mean? I don't want to know it. I don't want to, you know, if I got it, just let me die when the Lord takes me home, you know?
yeah.
I don't just think, you know, I think sometimes knowing it is worse than having it.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yep.
So
it is.
It's pressure on your mind and your body,
Well,
your nerves,
about,
you know.
a thing about me, never in my whole life would I ever thought that I'd ever have cancer. Never in my whole life. I mean, I told my doctor, I said, when you come in here and you said, well, Nettie, I thought you was gonna say, well, you got flu. Cause I've been sick for a long time, and she said, Nettie, I got to tell you something. I said, what? And she said, you got, not pneumonia, cancer. And I said, what? And she said, you got cancer. I said, no, I ain't got no cancer. And she said, well, you have. And I think it's your colon, and that's the worst part, because it can spread to the rest of your body. Well, I was crying, Vicky was crying, and Nicole was crying, you know, and so when she referred me to the other doctor, she said, he's a good doctor, said he watched his grandma died and said, he said, I'm going to get my education. I'm going to be a cancer doctor, and I'm going to heal people. And so that's what he turned to. Well, when that, what I can understand, that when that morning came, when, he gets up sometime before I do, but I got up that morning, and everything was quiet, everything, there, you couldn't hear a pin drop, it was like peace, come over me, and, I was just wondering in my heart, I said, what is this, and something said, get your Bible and read old Job. Well, my Bible was right there, so I picked it up, opened it up, and there was old Job. I turned it back a little bit, and there he was again, and then I said, well, what does this mean, Lord? What does this mean? And so I turned on back, and there was a song, and Tony and Rita sings it. Tanya sings it, and I always loved that song, so Tony wrote it off for me and put it in my Bible, and so the song really touched my heart. He said you couldn't stay on the mountain. You couldn't stay high on the mountain. So I picked out a valley for you.
Well, the Lord was speaking to you.
Yeah.
Through that song, And when your devil speaks, you gotta go back to that song. Brother Brown said if he ever speaks to you, put a stake in the ground, and when the devil starts to talk to you, go back there and show him that the Lord was mindful of you,
Yeah.
Because you really a tie post. He said you go back to that tie post, where God had healed you or whatever happened, so he's mindful of you. Very much mindful of you. You ain't been sick for a long time, besides this sickness here, you ain't had a lot of sickness in your life,
No, that's the reason. When I went back to Dr. Stoffel, I said, Dr. Stoffel, you could have shot me with a shotgun. Well, it doesn't mean no worse when you told me that. And she said, well, I had to tell you, She said, it hurt me to tell you.
I guarantee you.
But, and the devil says, your brother died cancer, your sister died of cancer, and Mildred died, I think she died of cancer. My uncle died of cancer. And I guess you have to go through lots of turmoil before you can really get victory.
Yeah. You have to fight a battle.